Early to rise, striking a fire, getting that coffee brewing. Gather round, it's time for bushcraft with Carolina Cooter. Carolina Cooter here. Friends of mine brought it to my attention that were very interested in making a flint and steel fire. So I said, hey, I'm gonna make a flint and steel fire today, by God. So this is for my buddy. I ain't gonna mention him because I don't want to embarrass him, but I went ahead and did further research and found out that if you're gonna build a fire, you're going to need anywhere from 1085, 1090, and 1095 tool steel, which is a high carbon steel. You're also going to need a piece of flint, which we have here. It's easy to get a hold of. You can usually find this about anywhere. It's not that difficult to find. When you have those two pieces, you're going to need a piece of char cloth, which I have made here in a previous time building a fire, which I'll show you how to make that one later. But the main thing we're worried about today is on this cold, rainy day, will we be able to build a fire? And by God, we're going to try. Here we go. Jute twine is a wonderful thing to put in your fire kit because you can fashion a bird nest with it. And this is now this. It's amazing. Just unravel it, fashion it into a bird nest. That way, whenever you get your ember on your piece of char cloth, you'll tuck it into a pocket here, and then you'll gently blow on it, blowing up because heat rises. Remember that. And then to just bust into a flame. When you have that flame ready and you don't have the rest of your fire ready, you're going to be in a little trouble. So it's best to go ahead and prepare everything you're going to need for that fire before you even start striking that ember. That being said, it's always best to go off and collect firewood that's pencil lead size to a pencil and no bigger than your thumb. And you're going to gradually build this fire up. Also, while I've done that, I also got lucky and found some birch bark. And the birch bark is full of oils and it's really flammable, so it'll help really start the fire. So if you want to look here, and when you strike the flint, you don't want to smack at it. You want to barely miss it. And when you barely catch the edge of that stone, it's going to shave off filings and catch into the char cloth. Let's see if we get a fire going that way. All right, here it goes. There you hit the ember. And don't go running. Let's make sure we got a fire in place. We do. Take care of that ember. We're going to nestle that in this bird nest. Be calm with it. There you go. Roll everything over in there. Should be okay. And just let it sit there and burn. Nice crackle to fire. It's not a stressful thing to do. Just let it burn. It's doing very nicely. Hey there. Like I said, I was going to put my fire kit out here so you can see what I always carry with me. Like I said, this was a real challenge right here in my backyard. That's why it's great to go ahead and get in your backyard. You and your family, y'all start trying these tasks and seeing if you can accomplish what you're setting out to do today. With that being said, I would like to tell you about my fire kit. And these are the few items that I carry with me. I carry a tin with me. Let me get it down in the shot here. And this tin is what I use to make char cloth with. I have put a little hole inside so smoke can escape. You see it there? And then when it's not being used, I just offset the hole to where no moisture or whatever could get into it. I also carry one of these live fire kits. You see it there, live fire. I carry a lantern wick, but I could also start with a flint and steel. I do carry a little bit of char cloth with me to help me get a fire started, and then I'll use something on punk wood or a piece of a cotton shirt or a bandana or something else. I'll char it so I'll have something for the next fire. I carry a lighter with me with reflective tape around it. That way if I lay it down at night or whatever, it'll reflect. I won't walk off too far from it. That way I always keep it in the kit too, because it's nice to have something right now. Of course, you've seen the flint and the steel. A can opener, so I can open a can of beans or something, whatnot. A little bit of hand salve. And this hand salve, I use it to help a little bit of wax and oil in it helps it ignite. It's kind of like a candle. Jute twine. You don't want to leave home without it. It's good to have. A razor blade. Good to have a razor blade. Cleaning squirrels, whatever. You don't know what you might need. Possum, coon, worms. And a magnifying glass for solar fire. You can hold this up when the conditions are right. It may also help you build a fire. With that being said, I tuck all this in here. All that fits nicely right in this little can. Put the lid on it. I use a razor band to hold it closed. Now it can fit in your cargo pocket, in your EDC, bug out bag, camping bag, whatever you may need. This is the best place to mess up. Come on out in your backyard and build a fire and see how successful you are. Figure out what you got to do to get the fire started, how to build the fire, and how to keep the fire well maintained. With that being said, thank you for spending the evening with me. I look forward to seeing you again, and I'll share another fire with you. There's no better place to fail than your own backyard.